Section 1 of the third chapter is an informal discussion among Quebec peer support workers. They were specifically asked to discuss category number 3 of the peer support competencies. This category, which includes 4 competencies, concerns the sharing of lived experiences of recovery. 1 relates their own recovery stories and, with permission, the recovery stories of others to inspire hope. Peer support workers play a crucial role in inspiring and sharing hope through their personal stories and those of others. For example, Chad Chouinard often shares his journey as a peer support worker at the Quebec Schizophrenia Society for 13 years. His experience working in an intensive follow-up team highlights the challenges faced and the resilience required. Similarly, Louis-Philippe Jongras explains how his recovery has been linked to music, a project supported by his medical team. This testimony shows that even in difficult times, a meaningful project can become a source of recovery. Peer support workers like Stéphanie Hinault, who has worked for several years in the public system, also highlight their personal expertise. She encourages users to deconstruct self-stigma and adopt positive perspectives. These narratives are not just testimonies of survival, but living proof that recovery is possible and can be shared to show hope. 2. Discusses ongoing personal efforts to enhance health, wellness, and recovery. Several peer support workers describe their ongoing practices to maintain and improve their well-being. For example, Simon Longpre emphasizes creativity and spirituality in his writing and poetry workshops. These activities help him not only stay connected to himself, but also encourage others to explore unconventional healing methods. Other peer support workers, like Jason Paradis, use their role to engage in various activities, from crisis support to community workshops. This work provides structure and purpose that contribute to their own mental health. Joseph Antoine, who practices Tai Chi, illustrates how physical and mental practices can enrich his recovery journey while inspiring others. Collective testimonies show that each peer support worker finds a unique method to support their well-being, whether it involves pursuing advanced studies like Emmanuel Reed or participating in community projects that align with their personal and professional values. 3. Recognizes when to share experiences and when to listen. The ability to recognize the right moment to speak or listen is a foundation of peer support. Grace Davis, an English-speaking peer support worker in Montreal, emphasizes the importance of active listening, which she believes represents 80% of her role. She explains that validating and normalizing users' distress creates an environment where they can express themselves freely and safely. For her part, Isabelle Hainaut mentioned that listening is essential to identify the specific needs of users and guide discussions towards solutions. She emphasizes that the Composite Index of Civic Recovery and the Recovery Plan, 2 tools co-created with users, help structure these exchanges while respecting the uniqueness of each experience. These approaches demonstrate that active listening is not just a professional skill, but a strategy to strengthen trust and open spaces for sharing meaningful stories. 4. Describes personal recovery practices and helps peers discover recovery practices that work for them. Peer support workers strive to explore diverse recovery practices while helping their peers identify what works best for them. The Citizen Project, although currently suspended, was a key initiative to encourage individuals to reintegrate into the job market and develop life projects. Community involvement is often cited as a pillar of recovery, allowing individuals to find purpose and social recognition. Louis-Philippe emphasizes the personalization of recovery practices, whether it be art, music, or other forms of creative expression. Grace Davis shares that simply talking to another person can be a transformative practice for some. Finally, the diversity of approaches, from cooking workshops to school conferences, shows that recovery practices are not monolithic. Peer support workers help their peers experiment and discover the tools that resonate most with their own journey.